Hi folks, Panhandler here. Couple of wee dishes this time. We're going to go for you guys with a sweet tooth. This is just a wee personal thing. We talk about sweet tooths. It's a buddy of mine, Tucker Brady, who I play golf with. He hates this dish I'm going to do. It's just a creamed rice pudding. It's as sweet as you can get. He's the only customer that says to your face, that is vile. Everybody loves it. I've had a request to do it. So Brady, this is for the real customers. Rice pudding, there's 2 or 3 types. You probably had it in the past before. You'd maybe have it, your mum would make it, and it'd be in an ashet dish. It'd be baked in an oven. You'd have a nice brown caramelised skin in it. It'd be lovely. You'd fight for the skin. It'd be great. The next day, chefs would make it and fold it through some whipped cream, make it like a rice condy, and serve some fruit with it. That's a 60s dish. This is probably the easiest dish you'll ever do in the whole land. I inherited this from my Scouse buddy. Chef from a long-suffering chef at the restaurant Mitchell's. So, quantity of rice, butter, sugar, the cheapest evaporated milk you can get in the whole land. I'll give you a recipe, I'll give you the quantities in a wee second. Sorry, Darryl will write the quantities on it for you. And there's the milk. My favourite old pot, horrible old pot, no roots in it. Splash of vanilla paste. You can use paste, ooh, you can use paste, you can use extract, you can use pods and scrape the seeds out, what have you. This is going to go on the stove. I've never done quantities this size before. I always do it in a big size in the restaurant, so I'm reckoning that'll take about maybe 40 minutes till the rice all bursts, cooks and becomes soft. You can keep it in your fridge, keep it for 2 or 3 days. The reason I'm doing this as a quickie is I've got a bunch of other stuff here. I'm going to do a Rhubarb Crème Brûlée. So I'm going to do 2 dishes in one. That's why I'm doing a wee quickie. This is A for a customer, B to annoy my pal. So it's going on the stove, nothing to see. Once it's cooked, we'll whack it in a dish, whatever you want, and we'll maybe serve some fruit with it. So that's us. Hi folks, Panhandler again here. This is a kind of doing a 2-part sweet thing for this week. I think I'll probably put them both on the same video. First one's the rice. It's been done by my camera lady. Gave me a hand with it. It was a rice. It was a recipe that somebody had asked me to do. And this is some rhubarb that we bought when we were out. Veronica bought it, and she was going to make an apple pie. I should do a rhubarb pie, but I thought, no, let's try a wee rhubarb brûlée. What we'll do is I'll just cut it. I've got some cream on warming up here, ready to go as part of it. It's the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to cook it on the stove with egg yolks, caster sugar and some vanilla paste in the cream. Bring that up, warm it through, mix it through, and cook it on the stove for about 50 minutes. It takes about 170 degrees. You can do it in the oven, but the reason I want to try this is I want to find if I can keep the rhubarb without cooking it twice. So I'll chop up this. It's kind of decent sized. While I get a pan ready to go on the stove. You probably don't know this, but the kitchen's divided into a couple of sections really, and I've maybe said this to you before, but pastry cooks are a law unto themselves, and I am rubbish at pastry. So what we're going to do here is have a wee go at it. I've got some grenadine here to try and keep it a nice colour attached to the rhubarb. A bit of rhubarb all chopped up. Some sugar going to go in the pan. Pan slightly warmed. Just enough sugar to sweeten it. I don't want to overcook it because I don't want it to be a mush, and this should help it keep its colour. I've never done this before, but I was told it keeps its colour quite nice. The rhubarb has been around for a wee while. Some of the stuff I knew and some of the stuff I took notes of it. Well, it was brought to us by my rice boiling over. It was brought to us by Marco Polo quite a time ago. It was 1800s. It had medicinal properties when it came to the UK and Europe. At one point in time it fetched 3 times the price of opium. A couple of rhubarbs you can get a force rhubarb, which is normally grown, sometimes the Dutch one is quite nice, it's generally sweeter, but it's a lot more expensive. And then you've got the field rhubarb that you can get, and that's come from, there's a kind of Yorkshire rhubarb triangle, is quite good for that. It tends to be a bit more, needs a bit more sugar in that one. So the kind of the rhubarb you get at home when you're a boy, to jump over your neighbour's garden, take a couple of stalks of rhubarb and dip it in your sugar, and that was you. That was the kind of the growing up stages you had. That's the kind of was the kind of the forebearer of getting this sherbet dip. That was the kind of a thing, a kind of sweetie you had in the 60s. The rhubarb is generally associated with pies, but you can use it for chutneys, you can use it with some games, some people sell some mackerel, but it tends to be a kind of a dessert thing. So the cream has come to a nice temperature. I'm going to put egg yolks. Again, my son will get you the quantities. Sugar. Vanilla. Waste any. Mine is a catering supplier, Neil Morgan. He sent me his video of the stuff he was doing and I posted it online. So if he can do cooking videos, he used to be a chef years ago. And his name of the thing is, I used to be a chef, but I'm alright now. So as far as you're concerned, Mr. Neil Morgan, I'm tempted to make an advert for some equipment I can sell just to torment you. You and that brother of yours, Mr. Brian Morgan. Famous golf photographer that beat me every time we're out. Anyhow, there's the mixture all ready to go. This is going to take a laborious 12 to 15 minutes to cook. Cook it slowly on the stove, don't scramble it, keep stirring it all the time, and it'll be ready to get set. It'll coat the back of the spoon. Cook it too fast, it will scramble. But nice thick bottom pan. Back in the pan she goes. Now, this is one version of it. A lot of folk will do it in a ramekin dish. You can put any fruit mixture in the bottom of it if you want. And that'll be it. I'm going to give this a gentle stir on the stove, 15 minutes. We'll see how it goes on. Here we go, folks. This is the rhubarb and the grenadine. It looks really quite nice. It's a lot of moisture comes out of the rhubarb itself. I'm going to give it just a couple of more minutes till it's softens itself up a wee bit. Okay, I'll keep the lid on it. This is my rice pudding that boiled over. Did you have a laugh at that? That was back on the stove again. I cleaned the stove. And crème brûlée. This will be here for a while. And once it's thick enough to take off, I can pour it into my dishes ready with that beautiful rhubarb base in the bottom of it. This is a pain in the backside to do. I don't know how many of you will do this one, but the ones that do it, I'll be your hero. There you go. Folks, this is the kind of dangerous part here now. This really fine line. I'm going to take this off now. Sit there, back of the stove. If you've got a thermometer, you can put it in and you'll see. It's 78. Good target. 77, 78. And the rhubarb is ready to go, finished. It's quite nice. Veronica's had a couple of lumps of it. She says it's okay. The rice pudding from the other video is cooking away quite nicely. That'll take, I don't know how long to take a pot this size, but I reckon it'll take me at least 40 minutes. that'll cook. Once it is cooked, it'll be taken up again. But that's going to go on the base of one of these dishes here. You will find a dish that suits you yourself. The ideal thing for this is going to be for the rice or that. If you're ever out with your partner, like I do, we tend up having a dessert and make sure I'll put a wee drop rhubarb on the bottom of this and then the brulee on top. Then we'll caramelise it with the sugar and the blowtorch. You need to buy a blowtorch, I'm sorry, or you can put it on the grill or as an iron you can get. You hit the stove and you caramelise the sugar. But you'll find a dish that suits your dish perfectly the way you want it. Whether it's going to be a brulee on its own. If you're going to do a brulee, it's going to be cooked in a ramekin. It'll have to be double that size because it has to go in a bain-marie of hot water. I'd imagine it'll be half that circumference. But that's for a cooked one on the stove, cooked one in the bain-marie in the oven. But once you've found your dish, it's like anything else, it'll be your favourite dish to serve your thing in. But this is going to be our rhubarb crème brûlée in that one, and we're going to put the rice in the other one. Okay folks, there's the rhubarb mix. You can still see we touched on the nice grenadine syrup in it as well. We made another batch up of rhubarb that we had earlier on. We're going to serve that with the creamed rice that we made, so that was a separate batch we did. That's 400 grams in there. This has been cooled down a wee touch, and this is chilled enough to pour over it, I hope. Pour this onto this and that'll take a couple of hours, probably better overnight in the fridge to let it sit. But it's a bit like making a kind of panna cotta. You just hope you've done the ratios right, it works fine. But that is probably, somebody behind the camera says you eat a whole lot, but I think it's quite a lot for a portion. But you'll see when we give you the recipe how much you want to do. That would probably do. I think it's a big dessert is what I would say. We're going to put some nice demerara sugar over it when it's set. Glaze it with the blowtorch. I don't know what you're going to do with a blowtorch. You need to find one somewhere. They're worth having. You can get these wee cooks ones. The one that we've got is a blue and a kind of plaza one type thing. It's just a kind of, see if this even works. You see, you get the idea. You need to be confident with that. Just pour it over, glaze it over your brulee. But we'll put them in the fridge, and as soon as they're set, we'll glaze them. Here we go folks, the dangerous bit. The smoke alarm might go off. I'm going to zoom in here. Yeah. Oh, smoke signals. That's your demerara we used just to go over the top of that. Let it settle for a minute or two unless you want to burn your tongue. This is, I wish I could turn the camera on Veronica. She says it's so easy to eat one of these whole yourself. I have to take half of mine and do half of it tomorrow. You have to eat it when it cools down because the caramelisation will go soggy after 5 or 6, 7 or 8 minutes. I was going to caramelise some rhubarb to go alongside of it. You can put a wee, you can do some sugar cages over the top. You want to be fancy, but that itself will be fine. You want to hear the crunch? Nice rhubarb. There we go. You don't want to see me eating it. I watch these guys to tell you, feeding their faces, it's no nice, but trust me, it'll taste lovely. Enjoy. Over and out.